everybody. I'm Priya Prakash, the founder for Changify. We are a crowdfunding platform to create better neighborhoods. So we all live in neighborhoods, right? Some good, some not so good. And we all share some common problems. Whether they are potholes in your street, access to local affordable childcare, or here, dog poo on the streets. Doesn't matter, I'm from London, and even if I'm walking down Princess in Strasse, you can see the same problem. So can I have a show of hands on how many of you share the same problems in your local neighborhood? Show of hands? Wow, quite a few of us. Great. So where do you go if you want to make a change? Who do you speak to? And if you have a solution to a common problem, how do you go about it? Well, I can tell you that I tried, and it was bloody hard. That's why we're starting Changify. So Changify has a really good, passionate team that's about transforming neighborhoods across design, tech, and community. We have Chris, Deidre, and myself. We are backed by some wonderful advisors across architecture, social innovation, and product development. And today I'm going to take the story of John. John is based on a lot of real-life anecdotes. He's an avid cyclist. He's tired of his bicycle being stolen because of a lack of bicycle stands around his neighborhood. John comes across Changify when he's walking down the street. He sees it on his local grocery store. He's curious. He downloads the app. And the app asks him to start taking photos of things he'd like to change, which he promptly does. Because as he's walking down the street, he sees somebody whose dog litters, and he takes a photo of that, adds a suggestion. He starts using it more and starts taking a photo of the bicycle problem outside his house. And when he shares it on Changify, something magical happens. His neighbor Tejal, who has the same problem, likes it on Facebook. And this spreads like wildfire across the neighborhood. More and more people actually relate to John's problem. They all have the same problem. And what's interesting is on the other side of town, Sally, who's a marketing manager at Starbucks, who's also signed up for Changify because she's heard about us at the Sustainable Brand Conference, is checking her feed. And she says, wow, this is interesting. Sally's mission is to find a new way to connect back with consumers in neighborhoods where Starbucks is, to win back that credibility and trust they have lost as a brand at a grassroots level. Sally looks at the bike problem issue, sees there's a lot of traction on Facebook, decides to put her money there. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, David the counselor receives a notification. Interesting. An issue he's been tracking has got backed by a local business. Changify makes David Counselor's life easier by giving a real-time index of all the local issues that people are tracking and reporting back in real time. So he knows where to spend his limited resources and budget on which projects to support. Time passes. John's project gets a real good neighborhood buzz. People come forward, start volunteering their skills, start giving their workshop. John is a designer. He designs the bicycle stand using recycled materials. People start taking photos of that and start putting that up on the platform, start earning points. And after 6 months' time, John is a pioneer. No, he's a changifier. He's managed to ship successfully bicycle stands around the neighborhood, sponsored and branded by Starbucks. And at the same time, he's earned reward points. So next time John goes into Starbucks, Starbucks offers him a free coffee on the house in respect for his good work. Starbucks also gets something back out of this. They win back the credibility and trust that they have lost at the grassroots level with consumers by sponsoring those problems and issues that the brand feels that the consumers really want to see resolved. So, we are targeting the crowdfunding marketplace, and in UK alone, we are going after the public spending segment, which is currently valued at $1 billion. We are looking at having a market share of 5% in 3 years' time. And we're not just any other crowdfunding platform. We do things differently here. We crowdsource ideas and problems. We crowdsource them to solutions. And then we crowdfund those solutions by getting brands, councils, and neighbors together. So we're doing things a bit differently here. Our revenue model is coming from 3 sources. It's basically the neighbors, the business, and the council. It's a subscription, monthly subscription, or you earn a funding from the commission itself. And finally, we're looking for 200,000 euros we want to run a beta trial with 1,000 users in 2 neighborhoods in 2 cities, and we're looking at a 12% return on investment. So what have we been doing the last 2 months? We started in November. I left my job in Nokia, started this. And basically, we've been running 3 neighborhood events in Shoreditch. We've had more than 200 plus signups. We've had counselors coming for an event. We've had 6 projects already going on right now. We've had 2 large brands interested in becoming partners. We've been the finalists at Startup Weekend at Angel Hack, and we were the only UK startup selected for Hubrom to be here. So thank you, Hubrom. So finally, just to summarize, we make it really easy for you to spot a problem, share it with your friends on Facebook, get support from your neighbors, get backed by businesses. Businesses give you a bit of seed funding, you do the change, earn points, and brands get a detailed analysis of how the return on investment works. So we are doing a win-win-win platform, bringing together neighbors, brands, and councils. So I'd like to know how many of you want to, again, join me in changing your neighborhood. Show of hands. Yay, there we go. So let's do it, guys. Thanks.